Speaker, when you're ready.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker, for the recognition. Today, the resolution was that if it keeps on raining, the levee's going to break. From this, we derived the case topic that all schools should require students to take at least one real-world finance class to graduate high school. Let me go over their contentions quickly. First, their first contention was that high school is the only way to prepare students for college. And yet, even my mom, who's an accountant, who's a parent...
In this quotation, we didn't say that school was the only way to prepare people, we said it was the only government regulated. Or rather, we said it was the only regulated, which implied government, way to prepare people for...
Point taken under consideration. Continue. I agree.
So the government had said that high school is the only way, the only regulated way to prepare students for college. And in high school, we're taught to be well-rounded, and we're taught to have skills that we're going to need for our job in the future, and we're taught things that what the government states are not necessarily always needed skills in every profession. And having the knowledge from other classes makes us more rounded, more well-rounded. By taking our classes and taking at least one of them out for a semester will make us actually less well-rounded. Their second contention was that mental problems caused often by stress in students are a problem in the U.S. today. And oftentimes the government brought up examples including students staying up late, having stress from college, particularly in a financial setting, and having classes primarily about financials will not solve stress in students in high school regarding how late they're staying up at night. Having a financial class will not make anyone stay up for less time because they're not being taught about time management. Rather, they're only being taught about economics. By only teaching about economics, we're not relieving stress from high schoolers. We might be relieving some tiny amount of stress from people who are already past college, but for each of us, today, tomorrow, next year, we're not going to have great issues with money as much as we are going to with other life skills. So just having a class on financial skills doesn't really change society a ton. We need to have a class that's going to incorporate all life skills, not just financial ones. Their third contention was that it would improve the economy. They said that big amounts of debt will go down, primarily in housing and from colleges. And again, as though they might be more financially savvy, that doesn't prevent them from getting stressed out at work, stressed out by college work, by getting stressed out from projects given to them by their employer at home. We still need more than just to fix our financial part. We need to be more well-rounded. As they said we need to be more well-rounded. And yet they only want to focus on one part of society. I want you to think for a second. We already have these classes here, in our high school. And some students choose not to take them. And then they go to college, and then they buy a house, and they're all set. They don't have massive financial troubles. They're not full of stress because of financial rates. They have other people to do that for them. But even at other times, like my own parents, barely had any college debt because they worked through college. They had a job, they knew what they would do for a job, and figured that out. It didn't take a class to learn that. It didn't even take a job when they were 16, 17, or 18 to learn that. But oftentimes, the problem that people are having is not financial. It's in other aspects of life. And I'm going to further reinforce my concept of having a class that's going to teach all life skills, and say that not all these problems are financial, and that's really the gist of it. By focusing only on economics, then we're leaving out the other 90% of life. A lot of our lives is driven by money, but not all of it. And matter of fact, I wouldn't even say half. I wouldn't even say 20%. I would say 10% of our lives are completely focused on economics, and the other 90 are oftentimes with social problems in our own household, in people around us, and the groups who also surround us. So, lastly, I urge you. Is that the end of class? Oh. I urge you to side with the opposition.
We're gonna have to, so we can smoke speech.
5:13 is our